Chasing People's Podcast. Here are your hosts, Chris and Angie.
On today's show, Angie and Chris go over their holiday wish list. There is another quiz show, and Angie schools Chris on the art of bantering. Hello, everybody. This is Chasing Meeples. I am your host, Chris, and I am with my co-host.
Hi, I'm Angie. Hello.
Hello, Angie. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm done working. I'm perfect.
Long day at the shop?
It wasn't a long day, but it was one of those days.
One of those
retail
days.
Yep. Christmas time.
Yeah, Christmas time in the retail world. It is definitely, I would say, underappreciated. Just like Christmas time or any day. Well, not just Christmas time. I mean, any day in retail and any day in the restaurant industry as well.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do today? What are we talking about? What's going on?
What do you mean? What are we talking about? We're having banter right now, Chris. Did you not understand that this? Look at the list. Look at the outline. It says banter.
Yeah, well,
banter. That's not banter. What are we doing today? It's not banter. I'm just gonna point that out.
Banter is banter. I'm bantering.
Well,
bantering.
I'm not sure how you banter, but that's not really how I banter.
Well, teach me how to banter.
Well, hey, Chris.
A wise one.
I'm going to teach you how to banter. We really did not talk about Thanksgiving. We're going to do it really quick. What did you think about the games we played?
Oh, yes. See, continuity between episodes. That is a good way to do banter.
Yeah.
Banter.
Hello.
Woo. You should start your own segment or your own podcast.
I've got the segment. I've got quiz. How many segments?
No, start your own podcast. Bantering 101.
You know what?
With Angie.
I think it would be highly successful.
All right. So bantering on about Thanksgiving. I'm just going to keep saying bantering.
Banter Thanksgiving. We actually got to play some party games, which we usually do not get to do. We played Hues and Cues. We played, Super Mega Lucky Box. You had to walk out on the game and you left Livy play it and she did awesome. And then we played Just One. So we finally got Just One played.
I would like to clarify. I didn't walk out of the game because I was angry or anything.
You went to get dinner.
Yes, duty called.
You went to pick up dinner.
Duty called.
Yes.
This year we had a pretty low-key Thanksgiving. We did not do any cooking. It was great. We had our food catered in. So we had to run and pick up the food. And prior, well, I'm not even going to go there. It was good. It's not home cooking by any means, but...
Well, there's a lot to be said for home cooking, but the intense work up to, oh my God, I have to make this, got to bring this, that kind of, it's nice to be relaxed. It's nice to have time to play board games.
For sure. Yeah, it was.
Awesome board games.
It was, you're right. It was a low stress Thanksgiving, and that was good.
Only stressful when your mom was playing Hues and Cues with us. Love that lady. It was so entertaining. I think I might actually put the pictures for reference up on Instagram. She used a clue as flower. And so everybody's first guess were all these multicolored, pink, blue, everything like that. When it got back to her turn, your mom used flower again. My instinct, thinking like she is, I think all purpose.
Now hold on a second. I think you're mixing two different. She didn't use flower. She used flower and wild.
That was the first time. Her second time, she used flower again, and that's why your sister was hysterically laughing, because your sister kept saying, "Ooh, wild, wild." That's why your sister was laughing. She used flower again. But I was thinking Flour.
I was thinking that too.
No, you went to pink and magenta, those colors. But then it was the second clue. In the oven.
Which was 3 words, but that's all right.
That's fine. And everybody then was, okay, your ovens are dark, they're black. Where do you go from there? And of course, it was a round of laughter. And when it turned out, the color was, the other thing I realized about this game, I have no imagination at all. I could not think of words for colors. So the color was more of a amber brown, she ended up pointing to. And when we talked about it, we said flour, and she said, well, when you make bread, when you make buns, it's like a toasted hamburger bun. Which she could have gave for a clue. She could have gave hamburger bun for the clue, and everybody would have been back to that colorway. Yes, it would have started with that all-purpose flour, but it would have took us. She really did a roundabout way to get to the flour, to the oven, because you're baking the bun. But I love her. It was hysterical. I really enjoyed that game.
I liked it a lot too. What else did we play? Got a chance to play Just One. That game was fun. And the eye closing part wasn't as cringy as you thought it was. What would have been, huh?
Yeah, I really didn't have to close. I don't know. Reading that and hearing people talk about closing your eyes, I thought, well, that's kind of silly. But we really didn't have to. We just kind of, the other person looked away. And
yeah, but I liked it.
I really liked the game. I really, really liked the game. I'm really glad we played it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
And then, of course, you guys got to sneak in a couple games of one of my favorite games, our number one game on our list from the Thanksgiving list. Do you remember what that was?
Super Mega Lucky Box.
That was not number one, my love.
We only played those 3 games.
Dice in a Bowl.
Oh, Dice. Oh, how did I forget about that?
Strike.
Yeah, once again, the Strike is a hit. Libby was having a great time. I love to see somebody who doesn't play board games on a regular basis. It's fun to see her play. I like to introduce games to people.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, it is quiz time. I'm having fun with this one. I think this one is a little obvious, but I think it's fun. I really had a fun time coming up with this one. Just to remind you, Chris, questions start with something that has to do with our name, and it's going to end in a board game. Are you ready? 1943, Chevy Chase was born. There is where we get the word Chase. In 1973, he debuted on NBC's Saturday Night Live, and during the opening monologue, he delivers the famous line that is still said today. What is that line that opens every show?
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Yay! You got one. So number 2, in 1983, brought us National Lampoon's Vacation movies, starring the Griswold family, with Chase as the patriarch of the family. What is his first name?
Clark.
Yes. Number 3, the Griswold family traveled all over the world. 1 point for each location they visited.
Ooh. In the first movie, they went to Wally World. That was the main destination, right? Do I get bonus points if I say they also stopped to visit Cousin Eddie?
Yes, you do.
Holy moly. Okay. So we'll start over. First, oh, geez, this makes it better now. All right. Now okay. I really wish I would remember these movies more. Okay. The first movie, National Lampoon's Vacation. They left home. They stopped at Cousin Eddie's house.
Yep.
They went to pick up their grandma. And I don't remember where that was. But she ends up dying in the movie, and they carry her on top of the car. Ay. No bonus point. Don't give me a point. No clues, nothing. No clues. You're the clue giver. No clues. Okay, give me a clue.
Oops.
Edna. Edna was the grandmother.
Aunt.
Aunt Edna. Yes, Aunt Edna. It still doesn't help me.
Had to take Aunt Edna home.
Yeah. I don't know where they had to bring her, though. Home.
Same letter as aunt.
Alabama?
No, Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Okay. Well, okay, whatever. I never would have got that. And then, of course, they went to Wally World.
Yep.
Second movie is National Lampoon's European Vacation. Of course, they go to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And while in Europe, they visit, well, they stay in this tiny little hotel that has one restroom. I do believe they go to what's the museum? The Louvre?
Mm-hmm.
They drive around.
Where is it?
Well, that's in Paris.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, and then
I'm not talking, did they go to the bathroom? I mean, did they stop and go to the bathroom? I'm sure they did. Did they eat lunch? I'm sure they did.
Sure.
I'm actually looking for locations.
Okay, so Paris. And I do believe they also went to Italy. Saw the Leaning Tower. If I'm wrong, I might be making that up. And then they went to England, got stuck in a roundabout for hours and hours, and hey, look, there's Big Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and they went to, which is the one where they're in a casino? Oh, that's Vegas Vacation. That was the second movie. No, is the second one European?
Yeah, second.
Third is Vegas.
Yep.
Okay, I forgot all about Vegas. All right. So I'm drawing a blank on European. Okay.
West Germany.
West Germany.
West Germany.
Okay.
Okay.
Was I doing good though?
You did
Am I
very
doing
good.
Okay, so now then
There is another. I won't tell you. There's another short. There's a short. If it was on YouTube or it's on.
well, that doesn't count. That's not part of it.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
That's not in the.
Because there was the name of the hotel, but I didn't.
That's not in the canon. Come
No.
on. That's not National Lampoon's Vacation canon. All right.
No, it's not. Okay.
So then Vegas Vacation.
Yep.
So Vegas Vacation, I'm going to say they went back to Cousin Eddie's house to Vegas. And I don't remember anything else.
I don't know if they went back to his house.
I don't remember anything else about that movie.
I only have Eddie's house once.
Okay.
So.
I don't remember anything about Vegas Vacation.
I remember the hot tub.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to watch that one again. I just remember Rusty is winning big in the casino. Okay, that's all I remember. All right.
Okay, you're doing good. 1989 found Griswold's back at home for Christmas. Clark was eagerly awaiting his Christmas bonus check. What did he receive from his boss, Mr. Shirley, instead?
The gift that keeps on giving. A membership to the Jelly of the Month Club.
You are correct.
This is easy.
I told you it wasn't difficult.
Okay.
This is the fun part. In 2020, a family card game named National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Twinkling Lights was published by Funko. That Clark is determined to hang 25,000 twinkling lights for Christmas. The tangled wires and a pesky squirrel are out to spoil the holiday spirit. It is ranked 14,979 on BGG. What is the game's main mechanism?
It's like a tile placement game.
Oh, you got that. Darn it. You did it.
I remember that. I remember watching a video about that.
Okay.
Was I right?
When
Tile
you watch a
placement?
video about that?
When it came out.
When the movie came out? Or the game
When
came
the game came out.
out? You know about the game?
I've seen the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
doesn't make it fun. How much is it on
It
Amazon?
doesn't make it as fun.
Yeah, that's really, you've taken all the joy out of this quiz. All of it. This is no longer fun.
Okay. How much is it on Amazon?
Yeah.
$9.99.
Oh, you got that wrong. It's $8.99. Another question, will I buy it?
You're reaching into a bag and you got it.
I got it. I did. I couldn't help it.
That's funny.
All right. Well, there you go. You did really well on this one. And you took all the joy out of it.
Well, Bah humbug to you.
Took all the joy. I did not know that you knew about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Twinkling Lights game.
Sure, you have to match up the lights and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know you knew about this.
I knew about it.
When did you find out about this?
Oh, what'd you say, 2020? When it got released?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, how'd I do? What's my score?
You have 11 and a half.
Out of?
I don't know. Oh, no, I take...
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm my very high-tech piece of paper here. No, I take that back. That must be 10 and a half. Yeah, I don't know.
10 and a half out of 11? All right, I'll take
10
it.
and a half out of 12.
I'll take it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, last month we posted a video on Instagram. We did a couple posts on Facebook. And in that video, we said there would be a keyword that we would not bury 30 minutes into the episode. And now is the time. Angie, what is that keyword?
The keyword is island. Yes, I just changed it. I had planned for something else, and I just changed it.
Island.
Well, I was so bummed out about the Christmas Vacation. You knew about this game. I'm throwing you for a loop. It's island.
So there you have it, everybody. The keyword is island. So what does everybody have to do, Angie?
Follow us on Instagram. Like us on Facebook. Obviously, listen to this podcast. And then the word is island. And send me that word on either a DM, Messenger. You can even email it. We have chasingmeeples@yahoo.com. Any one of those 3 ways.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to take everybody's name and we're going to enter it into a random generator. And the winner is going to be announced in episode 4 later this month. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
It's time to take a seat. It's time for Board Game 101.
Worker placement is one of the most popular game mechanics in existence, and for good reason. It's simple, yet strategic, and it can be used in a variety of different games. So what is worker placement? It's a mechanic that's used in board games to describe a type of game where players are restricted to taking specific actions during their turn. These actions are usually related to the game's theme, such as harvesting crops, building a structure, or manufacturing a product. How does it work? Players will take turns placing their workers on different areas of the board, each of which will provide them with a different resource or allow them to take different actions. The catch is that each area can only be used by one worker, so players will need to plan ahead in order to make the most efficient use of their workers. Players must carefully plan to make the most of their limited opportunities. These mechanics can be very challenging, especially for new players. However, with a little practice, it can be used to create some really interesting gameplay dynamics. Now, most worker placement games are hero games, meaning they focus more on strategy and less on luck. However, there are a few Ameritrash games that use worker placement as well. The worker placement mechanic has been used in many different games, including classics like Lords of Waterdeep and Agricola, as well as newer games like Everdell and Architects of the West Kingdom. If you're looking to try out this mechanic for yourself, those are some great games to get started with. One of the positive things about playing a worker placement game is that it allows players to strategize and plan their turns in advance, which can lead to a more efficient use of time and resources. However, there can actually be a con to playing a worker placement game. Sometimes it can lead players to feeling like they're stuck in a rut, repeating the same action turn after turn. Additionally, worker placement can create a sense of competition among players as they vie for control of the available spots. Here are a few tips to keep in mind when you're playing a worker placement game. Keep an eye on your opponent. Worker placement can be a bit of a tug of war. So it's important to keep an eye on what your opponents are doing. You don't want to waste your workers on something that someone else is already going for. Plan ahead. It's important to have a plan for what you want to do with your workers. That way, you can make the most efficient use of them. And as always, be flexible. Things may not always go according to plan, so it's important to be flexible. If something isn't working out, don't be afraid to adjust your strategy on the fly. And don't forget to have fun. Worker placement can be a lot of fun, so make sure to enjoy yourself while playing. So there you have it. Worker placement in a nutshell. Now go forth and impress your gamer friends with your vast knowledge of this mechanic. Well, Angie, that was a quick summary of what worker placement is. Now, I said a couple things in that I think we should touch on in the next couple of episodes, like Eurogame and Ameritrash. One thing I did want to bring up is, as with anything in the board gaming world and in the world, the whole world, there are some exceptions. Now, one exception that comes to mind is a game called Architects of the West Kingdom by Shem Phillips. His take on worker placement games is very interesting.
Very creative, innovative. I just love his worker placement.
Absolutely. So in this Architects of the West Kingdom, the action spaces are not only open for your opponent, but you can put as many meeples in there as you want and repeat the action until you're out of meeples, and then you have to recall your workers, if I remember correctly, right?
No, you have to gather them back up. That is a different worker placement.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is?
that's a different spot.
Yep. But if you don't have a meeple, you have to take one back on your turn. If you don't have a meeple delay, you take one back, and then you can place it. Because if you completely run out of meeples, what are you going to do? Just sit there and pick your nose while everybody else plays?
I don't know about that. I don't think so. We're going to have to play that game again.
We're going to have
to play that game again because I don't think so.
I'm right.
No.
Okay. I'm right.
Hey, everybody. Future Chris here. I've got the rule book in my hands, and on page 6, there's a special rule. It says, if a player starts their turn with no workers on their player board, their entire turn is spent returning any one worker from the main board to their player board. They do not get to place this worker until their next turn. The chosen worker cannot be taken from the guild hall, black market, prison, or an opposing player's board. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to get back in my time machine. Bye.
Well, you know what you didn't touch on? Because you could end up with nothing. Because your spouse could jail you. And I'm looking at you.
Yeah, you're still holding that grudge, huh?
I am. That is the reason we don't do take that games. And that's a reason. Yeah. Yep.
I'm not playing into that negativity.
There's no negativity
Well,
as long as you don't jail me, because I couldn't take anybody out of jail.
All right. But speaking of Shem, so his take on worker placement is very interesting and innovative, like you said. So he's got the worker placement in Architects that we just talked about, and then also his unique take on worker placement in Raiders of the North Sea. It is, put a meeple down, pick up a meeple. That is awesome. I play it a lot on the app.
Do you really?
I do. I still play that app. I enjoy that app a lot. They actually make that app for the Switch, and I'm tempted to purchase it on the Switch as well.
You smoked me at that game. You always win. Hello, everybody. This is my holiday wish list. I have my Christmas pajamas on, and as I'm reading this, I'm going to tell you my first wish.
Oh, whoa. Hold on a second here. Yeah, I'll be right back. Somebody's at the door. Keep going. And just when you're ready, push the red button and just record. Okay?
Oh, did I press the red button? I don't know. I was told to press the red button. What if I didn't press the red button? Okay, I'm going to press the red button and then press it again. Okay, let me press the red button. So you can't let me do things by myself. This does not work. Okay, everybody, I hope I pressed the red button. It's not flashing. I think we're good then. I think we're good. So we're gonna talk about my holiday wish list. My first thing. Oop! I clapped. I shouldn't have clapped. I am sorry. Okay, Chris left. Who knows what I'm gonna say at this point? It's up for anything. I have no idea what I'm gonna say. Leave me in front of a microphone with a flashing red button. Okay, Wingspan Asia is the first thing on my wish list. Why Wingspan Asia? Well, because the 2-player version in base Wingspan seems to be lacking something. So I really hope that this is going to make up for it. It sounds really interesting, the way the player board works. So I'm really excited about that. I did not pre-order it, which I was on the cusp of doing, but then we get down to December and November and we vow not to buy any board games for ourselves because you never know if somebody else has already bought it for you. And the next game on my list is Wayfarers of the South Tigris. This is a Shem Phillips Games. We had just discussed Architects of the West Kingdom. I don't think I need to say much because his games are awesome. I saw some playthroughs that Nick and Mike Murphy did, and then Nick Murphy did a live solo playthrough. Both of them. I love the plays. I have to get this. So excited. The next game on my list is Splendor Duel. We've played base Splendor. It's an okay game. I like it. 2-player, I heard great things about it. A lot of people picked it up at Essen. But here's the thing. It's a Bruno Cathala game. What more is there to say? I love Bruno's games. I mean, of course. This is a must. This is a must for me. Last game I want to talk about, Distilled. I got very excited. I saw the Mike DeLisio do a play of Distilled. The Dice Tower did it, and they did it. It seems like umpteen years ago they did it, but I'm sure it was the beginning of when it first went on Kickstarter. I know I've been looking it up because I know it's becoming available. I did not back it on Kickstarter. I have an aversion to Kickstarter only because I need things right away. I can't pay for something I cannot pay for something and not have it in my hands. That's just me. But the interesting thing is, I'm going to say Perverson Games, and I'm not sure if that is the name of it. I hack names. I'm going to apologize now to Dave Beck, who is the creator, the designer. I think he's everything with this game. And I literally just found out this. I don't know how I did not know this. He is a professor of game design and the director, associate dean of the University of Stout School of Art Design. He is a Wisconsin native. That is awesome. I did not know that. Just another reason to get this game. I think I'm so excited by that. I think Wisconsin's got a lot of things with board games, and I just think this is so neat that he's actually a professor at Stout. It is a Euro game. I love Euro games. It's about running a distillery, which is a theme that is not used a lot. But, oh man, I really am going to have to get this game. I'm so psyched. I am. I'm so psyched. Dave Beck is from Wisconsin. I did not realize that. I don't know why. I'm going to have to get over that. That's it. Wingspan Asia, Splendor Duel, Wayfarers of the South Tigris, and Distilled. Something is making a noise. Okay, I'm going to press the red button now. Thank you, everybody.
Whew. All right. Well, sorry about that, Angie. I had a delivery.
What is that?
But just bells. That's all. Just had some bells delivered.
I don't want to know.
So are you done with your list?
I'm done with my list.
It's my turn then?
It's your turn. Yes, it's your turn. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm going to go. Dice Throne Adventures, published in 2020 by Roxley Games. So what could be better than exploration, gold, upgrades, boss battles, and even a shopkeeper named Rosella? Well, that is the latest edition in the Dice Throne universe. Dice Throne Adventures is a cooperative expansion that allows up to 4 players to use heroes that you already own. That's awesome.
You buy each pack and we've got them all. We can take them and we can work together instead of fighting each other over a series of game nights or one really long one and get to the Mad King's throne room. The Mad King hasn't lost a single battle in 1,000 years. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you one thing right now, Mad King. Seraph is coming for you. Seraph has got your number. Next on my list, 3,000 Scoundrels, published in 2022. Designer Corey Kanitska and published by Unexpected Games. It just seems interesting. You assume the roles of rival leaders attempting to steal precious technology left behind by what I'm assuming is a time traveler. And you have clear cards. And games with clear cards, we don't have many, but the concept just intrigues me. So you can take your clear cards and you create unique scoundrels by overlaying them on each other. And each turn you play a poker card from your hand face down in front of your player board. Then use all abilities matching your claim number. You don't need to tell the truth when claiming a number, but if an opponent catches you bluffing, it'll damage your reputation and decrease your odds of winning the game. So it just sounds interesting. And that is why it's on my list. And then last on my list is Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It's a re-implement of Pandemic. What is not to like about this game? Players must work together to confront onslaught of droids by moving into their spaces and engaging them in combat. You use dice and squad cards to deal damage and push back threat. In between battles, you move from planet to planet, battling more droids, crushing blockades, completing missions to turn the tide of the war, facing off against iconic villains. So it just sounds good. I mean, it's Star Wars and Pandemic, so yeah. So that about wraps up this episode. In our next episode, we are going to talk about what, Angie?
We're going to talk about Endless Winter.
We're going to do a full review of Stan Kordonsky's latest masterpiece.
For the sake of full disclosure, we did play a full game of it. I won't say what I think about it until we play it again and get more than one play in there, but
Stan the Man Kordonsky's Endless Winter, and then we also have Resurgence on deck too.
Yes, we do.
So I just want to thank everybody for listening. If there is any little piece of this that you enjoyed, please, and you know what? If you even don't like it, share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies. It doesn't matter to me. No, it does matter to me. But if you found any of this entertaining, please like, subscribe, and share. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook. And what else am I missing, Angie?
You are missing our email, which is chasemeeples@yahoo.com. You can send the word island to us in an email, or you can DM us on Instagram, or even send me a message on Facebook with the word island.
That's the keyword. Now, remember, part of your responsibility in this contest is to like us and follow us. That is part of the key. Anybody who sends us that word and we'll look. We need to know what your screen name is. So I guess what I'm saying is send us a email. In the subject line, put island, and in the body of it, put your screen name for Instagram or Facebook. And it might be a good idea to maybe put your return address.
Well, we'll get a hold of them. Yeah, we'll notify and work the details out of that once we know.
Yep. So we need to figure out a way to contact you, right? So DM, we can instant message you back. But if you choose to go email, please let us know how we can just hit reply on the email. I'm an idiot. Alrighty. Okay, so now we've established that I don't know how to use a calendar. And
We established that 2 episodes ago.
I have no idea how emails work. So, perfect. So, again, like Angie likes to do, surfing the old interweb. Check us out at all those things that we we talked about.
Instagram, Facebook, jcmeeples@yahoo.com.
And hey, I don't even know if AIM's still around, but if it is, we'll set up an AIM account.
AIM.
Yeah, that's never mind. I thought for sure
You
you'd
have
know.
a Hive, but I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do on it.
AIM's not around. That's AOL Instant Messenger.
I have a lady that at work, she gave me her email and she said AOL, and we started laughing. I asked her if she still had a disc.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, bye everybody.
Da 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 do do do. Oh, that's perfect. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, bell right there. Mm-hmm. Shh, shh. Oh yeah, I could go. Yeah, with this thing, and then. What is that sound? Whoa, who are you? Wait, you're me. Is that a... Yes, but never mind that now. I'm you from the future. I hang out and I watch and I listen. And whenever there's rules mistakes, I pop in, I set the record straight, and I get out. Okay. Hey, do you want to see something really cool? Do you want to go check out what the games are like in 2023? But I've got to finish this for the next episode. Yeah, don't worry about that. This is a time machine. We'll go take a look, and I'll drop you off here, and you'll be back, and nobody will know you're gone. You'll get that done. All right. Well, what the heck? Let's go.